I've received in my inbox this morning an email from The Conversation, which was recommended to me by my friend John. This one is 5 easy ways to use less water at home and not just in the drought, which I thought was important and current. But this is written for the UK. And personally, I don't think it goes far enough. I sort of astonished. I was thinking, oh, well, I might learn something about water usage. It says the average person in the UK uses around 142 litres of water in a day. Moving you a bit round there. And it was talking about multiple showers each day that people take to stay clean. That's one thing that really shouts at me, I suppose is one way to put it, is that unless you're working outside or inside, but working really hard and building up a sweat, you're not really getting dirty. And there's this, I've spoken about it, I know, before. We didn't used to shower every day we didn't have a shower. I don't remember I think the first time I don't mean the first time I had a shower, but the first time I had a shower installed in my house would have been in the mid-70s. No, I wasn't married in the mid-70s. We certainly didn't have a shower in my my family home when I was with my parents. I'm sure we didn't. And so we would have probably had a shower installed in the 80s, I think, when my son was about 2 or 3. So that would have been 1982. And that's the first time we had a shower actually in the house. And we might have used it once a day. Certainly no more than that. And I shower twice a week. It's a ritual that people have become ritualistic about showering, and it's like I must, it's like they get up, they have a shower, blah blah blah, blah, they get dressed, they go to work, and you really don't need to do that, but you've become sort of institutionalized into this need to shower. And it's an incredible waste of water, incredible waste. So yeah, I shower twice a week. Even in this weather, I'm still only showering twice a week. Keeping cool indoors. I'm not working outside, getting all hot and sweaty. And I don't feel the need to completely shower myself on a daily basis. It's just I don't feel the need to. And it's a ritual that we all need to think really hard about. And I know that people will be horrified that I only shower twice a week. But that is where you waste most of your water. So it says on this article, most of the water you use is in the shower. Okay, so that's number one. Just knock out a shower a week, just one a week would make such a big difference. For every minute you're under the shower head, depending on how powerful it is, you're using around 10 litres of water. And then that's just draining away. If you're not collecting it, as Jane said, they stand in a big truck. If I stood in a big truck, I'd fall over, and collect the water that they're showering in. And so you're using 10 litres of water per minute, and most people shower for an average of 7 minutes. So that's 70 litres of water. Half of your daily water use takes place first thing in the morning in the shower. something's got to give, isn't it? Something's got to change. They're talking about, even in the UK, this being the worst drought since, does it say here? No, but I think I was reading it's the worst drought since the 30s, or the 40s. Maybe as bad as 76. I don't know how. 76 was really hot, wasn't it? But I'm not sure how it compares, because they're going back further than 70. Oh no, 76 would be 60 million years ago, wouldn't it? To me, it's like, 76, but yeah, it's a long time ago. Anyway, what they're saying is turning off the shower while shampooing your hair or applying shower gel can help conserve water, as can shortening the length of your shower overall. But I do that all the time. I've been doing that all the time for a long time. And why don't other people, I was looking at something, reading something maybe on Twitter or somewhere, that some bloke, journalist, talked about that he stands in the shower for ages. He doesn't time it because that's where he does his thinking. Well, fucking think somewhere else, not under running water. Think about all those people that don't have running water. Think of all those kids that you see on the. I know that the WaterAid adverts and stuff like that is a bit of clickbait, but all those kids, all those women that have to carry water back from a river, have to walk miles to pick up water. Think, when you're standing in the shower with water pouring on you, think about that. It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting, the way that we just throw water away, throw it around like it's it's free and will go on forever. Your water usage is taking it away from somebody else who's not getting anything to drink. That's what it is. It's like the water belongs to everybody, doesn't it? It's like the water table must be shared around the world at some level. So what we're pouring down the drain when we're having a shower is what someone else could be drinking and cooking with and taking care of their family with. So help conserve water, as can shortening the length of your shower overall. Be sure not to switch to a bath though. The average soak in the tub uses around 80 litres. So actually, if you're in the shower for 7 minutes, you're using 70 litres, and a bath uses 80 litres. There's not much of a difference, is there? And somebody wrote on my vlog that they use a pump and pump out their bath water and use it for watering. We don't use the bath, so that's not sort of on the cards. And I got nothing I need to water now. I can create enough grey water to keep my pot plants alive. The bamboo, the choisia, the agapanthus, and the honeysuckle, and the passion flower, which I think actually has gone down into the ground now. I can create enough water for them, or save enough water to water them. I don't need to be emptying the bath. I'm cooking ratatouille, so I'm gonna, if the alarm goes off, I've got to go and put the aubergine in. Okay, use rainwater in the garden. Well, I hope everybody's using water butts and collecting what rain you do get down the downpipe. That's just a given, isn't it? We've got a couple of those. Again, because I'm not growing anything in the garden, a couple is enough. The one at the front we use to replenish the pond with the fish in it. And the one at the back we use to fill up the drinkers for the chickens. And Ida was drinking last night. Never see her drink. We've seen her once put her head in one of the bowls that are out there of water. And last night we were standing at the gate after we'd put the chickens away, and she was drinking from the red bowl up by the gate, which was interesting. So she's now not getting enough hydration from what she's eating, because it's just all dry. So she's got, you could say she's got hay, because there's plenty of long dry grass that she can eat, but she's not getting hydrated now. So I'm going to pause this and come back to you. Next up is use the short flush. Well, we know that I suggest that you don't flush, and I just think this is piecemeal piecemeal for an ultra clean population, an ultra, I can't think of the words I want today, but this is piecemeal. Use a short flush. Well, don't flush. Don't flush. Don't flush if you've just peed. There's no need. There's no need, especially if you don't share your house with anybody. When we've got people living with us, then I am more careful about that, because that's not how they live. So I do flush. But when it's just Mark and I, we don't flush. I've said it before. Per flush, your toilet uses 5 litres of water, and up to 10 litres in older models. If available, use the short flush to significantly reduce how much water is wasted. I wonder who writes these, because whoever wrote this doesn't remember that in 1976 we all put a brick in a polythene bag and put that in the cistern. So that's another way of reducing the capacity of your cistern. And you could do that if you want to flush, then put a brick in your cistern, just reduce the capacity a bit. I do think sometimes young people don't remember. Well, they don't. They're not going to remember, are they, how we did it before? Cut back on car washing. Oh, God. Don't wash the car. Don't wash the car. It doesn't matter. I'm having to work really hard not to swear today, because I'm seeing if I can, but for fuck's sake. If you need to wash your car, do it the old-fashioned way with a bucket and a soap rather than hosing it down. Just don't wash it. We're not allowed to wash cars here in our restrictions. Certainly can't use the hose pipe, and you can only wash it, and then it would be the windscreen and the headlights for safety reasons. So you can't wash. If your car's all dirty and dusty, then tough. Does it really matter? Does it really matter? Or would you rather wash your car and not be able to drink? Because that might be your choice, when you're going to a standpipe, because there were standpipes, I think, in 76. When you're going to a standpipe to bring back water to your house in heavy containers to last you through the day, you're not going to wash your car, are you? So don't wash it now. Do this now. Don't wait. Don't wait until the restrictions are really tight. Do it now, because that helps everybody. Cut back on car washing, my arse. Reuse water. Well, yeah, we do that a lot. If you're washing vegetables, you could collect the water in a bowl and the sink and later give it to plants in your house or outside. Well, okay. While you're waiting for warm water to come out of the tap, use the cold to fill the kettle. What? No, I don't get that. I mean, most people have got one tap, haven't they? It's either hot or cold. You can't have... Rarely do we have a hot tap and a cold tap. While you're waiting for warm water... Oh, I see. Collect the cold water to fill your kettle. Our water takes forever to come through hot. And we end up with... If we are having a shower, if we're running the shower, I can fill 2/3 of a bowl of water. I don't know how many litres the bowl is, but 2/3 of a bowl of water with cold water before the shower comes through hot. So that's a lot of water. I'd fill 3 kettles probably with that. Close the tap while you're lathering your hands with soap or brushing your teeth. Well, that's a given. If you're not doing that, then there's something very wrong with you. Though these are only small savings, they do make a difference. Well, they do if you're doing it every time. If every time you wash your hands, you wet your hands, close the tap, lather your hands, open the tap, rinse your hands. Makes a big difference over time. Inflatable pools are lovely for cooling down on the hottest days. A cleaning pump can filter the water and recycle it without you needing to use more water to keep the pool clean. Yeah, we're not even allowed to fill pools anyway. We're not even allowed to replenish pools now anyway. And anybody going out... I saw somebody a couple of months back, we were in Brico, and a couple were buying a hot tub, and I just think, I just, what? It just astonishes me that people will fill up hot tubs with all that water. And we didn't have the pool out this year for when my family visited in June. It was hot enough, but we didn't have the pool out because it's just too wasteful. And it's just too wasteful. Save water, save money. All these tips can significantly reduce your water use and combat the effects of drought on the environment, and they can save money. I remember when I first started saving water, we halved our water bill that first year. So it can save money, but that's not what I'm doing it for. That's not what we do it for. It's a civic duty. I think it's a civic duty to be careful with water so that everybody has a chance to drink, so that everybody has a chance to, enjoy water and enjoy having a drink and being hydrated and having the odd shower. I think it's a civic duty, and I don't think we should wait. Somebody said, I think on one of the comments on the post I made, maybe we'll have to start thinking about that soon. And I'm thinking, and I think I replied, well, do it now, don't wait, do it now. So there we are. Mark's trimming. I have got a big batch of ratatouille cooking. I don't add the aubergine at the beginning because it sucks all the oil up. So I wait until I've cooked it for a while, and then I add the aubergine later once everything else has had a chance to take up some olive oil. I've still probably got one or two in the freezer that I made last month, but it's really nice. It's really easy to go, oh, I'll chuck that with the next, with a meal, especially with the Fast 800, because I don't, I can just put a bit of meat or a bit of fish and then put some ratatouille on, and that's the meal done. We had, I'm not sure if it's the last one, I batch cooked a chili con carne before we went away. And I, sometimes on the Fast 800, we're doing, informed by Fast 800. So what the food that I'm making is food that's informed by, and it doesn't have carbs with it, or it's low carb. So I'm not putting potatoes with it. We're not eating bread, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes I can get up in the morning and I haven't planned anything. Today is one of those days when I haven't planned anything, and it can get a bit close to, oh, what the fuck, I'll go and get a baguette, or we'll do this. I don't have baguettes in the freezer anyway, so I can't do that. But if I've got frozen ratatouille in the freezer, and we had chili con carne and ratatouille the other day, for me it felt like a really odd combination. I thought it was going to be quite liquidy in the bowl, but it wasn't. It was good. And I'm thinking, well, that's great. If I can do another batch cook of chili con carne and I've got ratatouille, then on the days when I'm less inclined or less motivated or haven't planned, I can go to that, and then it's sorted, because it's so easy to give in and think, oh, what the fuck, I go and get a baguette and have something unhealthy, and we can't afford to do that. I weighed myself this morning, and we didn't put on weight. We were shocked. We didn't put on weight in the UK. Well, that really shocked me, because I ate I felt like I was eating a lot of food. I felt like, more food, or the sort of food that we wouldn't eat here. Chips quite a few times, and the sort of food that we don't have here. And I expected to come back and have put on a couple of kilos. Well, we didn't, which is pleasing. So we went back on to informed by Fast 800, and I think I've probably lost a kilo since we've come back, but I'm just sort of very static. But I feel really much more comfortable around my stomach. My stomach feels more comfortable. I don't feel bloated. And that's the thing with this Fast 800 diet, is that you lose dimensions. Yeah, you lose some centimeters, and you're meant to measure your centimeters, and I haven't done so. You don't necessarily lose weight, and I'm fighting steroids all the time. Um, steroids make it really, really difficult to lose weight. So the fact that we are doing stuff informed by Fast 800, and we don't eat breakfast, so we do intermittent fasting. Um, God knows how big we'd be if we weren't doing that. I really don't know. But I would like to at least be a little bit smaller when we go to Canada. If I could just lose another 2 or 3 kilos, so I felt more comfortable, had more energy, that my body would move more easily. But we'll see. We've got plenty of time. So I'm hoping to book that this week, but the money hasn't gone into the bank account yet, so I can't book it until it does. Okay, so please save water. Please do it now. Please cut out your showers. Cut them down, reduce them. You really don't need to be showering as much as you shower. You don't need to wash your hair every day. Really, you don't. I washed this yesterday. Yesterday was Sunday, and I washed my hair, and I hadn't washed it since the previous Saturday. So that was on the 8th day. It needed washing. Well, wasn't desperate on the 7th day, but I knew it needed it. I knew I needed to think about washing my hair, and I washed it on the Sunday. The problem is that you get into this circular thing, is that the more you wash your hair, the more it needs washing, and you have to learn to leave it and let it do its thing. Anyway, I'm sure you're all thinking, shut the fuck up now, that's enough telling us what to do. So I'm going to go away.